My name's Tracy Seeley. I'm a professor in the English department at USF, and I teach literature and creative writing. I would say To the Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf, The Rings of Saturn by W.G. Sebald, who's a German writer, and Invisible Cities by Italo Calvino. They're all very complex. The prose is, I think, what people now call experimental. They're non-linear in many ways. They're very evocative in terms of language. And they're all very deeply connected to the idea of place, which is one of my preoccupations, I guess you could say. Yeah. I'm reading a great book by Judith Shalansky. It's called An Atlas of Remote Islands. And it's an atlas of islands that are out in the middle of nowhere. And on every page there's a beautifully drawn map and a story of something that happened there. So it might be something about the natural flora or fauna. It's often stories of explorers or maroonings or people who found their way there through some adventure or misadventure. So it's fascinating. Again, it's about place and the stories that belong to them. My new book is about place and displacement in my life and in the life of Americans in general. I went back to Kansas, where I'd grown up, to figure out what did that mean to have moved so many places and lived so many places and not have a fully deep connection to the place I lived. So it kind of becomes an exploration of how that's affected my life and what I learned from that. And it's applicable to people who've never been to Kansas. I find that it resonates with people who've come from everywhere. Although the two things I always hear when I tell people I'm from Kansas, they make some Wizard of Oz reference. They say, "How's Toto?" Or they say, "Oh yeah, Kansas, I drove through there once." So part of my book is it's a love letter to Kansas and a correction of a lot of the myths that people have about it. First, I would suggest that they really learn where they are, and that means everything from digging up all the stories that belong to that place, because place is multi-layered. It has many stories connected to it. Find out who the people were who lived there before you, and really learn where you are in a sense of your bioregion. You know, what are the natural characteristics of the place you live? What is its geological history? And then you really know where you are. So that's the first thing, is know where you are. The second thing is really figure out what resonates most deeply with you and start writing. That's the main thing, is just write.